This is my Stereo400, and it has a broken fuse holder. It won't stay in the front panel. There are some tangs along the side to retain it, and it turns out that those tangs have broken off. We've gotten replacement fuse holders, and if we're a little bit lucky, this is actually going to be an easy replacement. You'll notice that there are yellow and black wires together on the top, and just a single yellow wire on the bottom. And I've made a note of that so I don't forget. Now what I'm going to do is just undo these. They're 1/4 inch fast-ons essentially. And once again, you can see this piece here has broken off. So let's get the new one. We've now moved the fast-ons to the new fuse holder, and we just have to compress it a little bit to get it through the hole, making sure that top says top. Oh boy. And of course, as Murphy's Law would have it, doesn't seem like it's going to want to fit. It's probably because the wires in the back are getting in the way of something. So what we're going to have to do is open things up so that we can kind of pull and dress the leads out of the way. Give it one more shot. And it's not going to go. To get access, we're going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and then there's 2 screws on the one side, and then 2 screws on the other side. And then this black perforated metal cover will come off. This side of the cover is trapped between the metal chassis and the transformer just on the one side, so it's usually pretty tough to get this one out. So, I'm going to use that pointy guy in the holes to try and remove the cover. Now we're looking down into the belly of the beast, and as I wiggle, let's get this guy out of the way, that's for the meters. You can kind of see what's going on, and we can see if there's anything that's really blocking us from moving the fuse holder into position. Watch the fuse holder. Let's see if we can convince it to go. It's not being hung up in the back. Or is it? No, not really. Let's just wiggle it and see if it'll kind of get there. Well, I think that the tangs engage on the front panel. And the problem is that it may be locked at the moment by the inner chassis wall. That's this wall here. So in the worst case, what we've actually got to do is take off the whole front panel, which we were trying to avoid. To remove the front panel, we have to pull the 5 knobs, and then it'll pretty much come off. And this is a 1/16 inch Allen wrench. Once all the knobs are off, then we just remove the nuts that hold the front panel to the controls. If you had a big nut driver, that would be the best way, but gas pliers will do in a pinch. With all of the control nuts out of the way, we can wiggle the front panel forward. And that worked just great. So now what we just have to do is compress some of the fast-ons so that the fuse holders will fit back through the holes. And we wiggle everything back into place. And if we look down here, we can make sure that we don't have a problem with those wires, that they're not being pinched on anything. You can start out by putting back 1 or 2 of the front panel nuts. Make sure everything is okay. Let's do that. We'll take out the old fuse and fuse clip and transfer it over to the new fuse clip holder. Oh, what the heck, while we're here, let's take a look and see if it looks pretty good. Yeah, looks just like the original. Power on. Looks okay, sounds okay. Power's up okay. And without a load, we're clipping at about 51.6 volts RMS. And we'll go take a look at the right channel next. And it also unloaded, clipping around 50-51 volts RMS. So it looks like everything's okay to put back together. So we'll tighten up the nuts for the controls, hold on the front panel kind of nicely again. Now all the knobs are back on, and we can put the perforated metal cover back. See how little clearance there is between the edge of the transformer bell and the edge of the chassis? The lip of the perforated cover has to fit right in there, and it's really just a tight fit. So let's start from that side. And edge it up a bit, and that's good. Now we can turn it around and take a look at the other side. This side, This side has a lot more room, so what we can do is use a screwdriver to push this guy in place, and then just give it a whack, and we're in good shape. So we'll put in these screws, similar set of screws on the other side, and the 4 screws that go on the top.